Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillahi nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruhu. Wa na'udhu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyati a'malina. Wa man yudlil fala mudilla lahu wa man yudlil fala hadiya lahu. Wa ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Amma ba'd, fa kitabullah. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما اللهم اجعلنا من الفائزين واجعلنا من التوابين واجعلنا من المتطهرين نسألك لا إله إلا الله أستغفر الله نسألك رضاك والجنة بغير حساب نسألك رضاك والجنة ونعوذ بك من سخط يا عزيز يا غفار يا غفور اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا. Downtime, people are not as happy when it's cold, you're locked up inside, you can't go outside, so you start feeling down, and then on top of that, we know what's going on in the media, and then. So I thought, as we're entering into spring, and officially spring is in less than 15 days, I think March 21st or 22nd, they say. I said, we need some sort of hope. And what kind of hope does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us? There's this beautiful hadith narrated by Anas ibn Malik. Who is Anas? He is Khadim Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was the servant of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His mother came and presented him to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Anas ibn Malik radiyallahu anhu says, he heard Sami'tu Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam يقول قال الله تعالى يا ابن آدم إنك ما دعوتني ورجوتني. And let's just pause here for a second. This is, by the way, reported in At-Tirmidhi, and it's a sound and good narration. And I just mentioned that it's narrated by Anas. Who was Anas? We just talked about it, the servant of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we heard him saying that he heard the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's one thing that he reported that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said something, but he heard Sami'tu Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we're hearing a lot of good things about this hadith. It's in a reliable source, At-Tirmidhi. It's sound narration, it's good narration. It's reported by a companion who probably interacted with the Prophet ﷺ on a daily basis, and he is saying something that he heard himself directly, which we know is obviously more valuable, lest you get into the broken telephone conversation and one person says something, by the time it gets to you, your words cannot be the same words as the Prophet ﷺ. But he is hearing the Prophet ﷺ saying this wonderful, wonderful thing. What is he saying? The Prophet ﷺ is saying even something more grand. He is saying, قَالَ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى, meaning Allah Almighty says. So now these are not even the words of the Prophet ﷺ. He's saying Allah is saying this. What is Allah saying? Allah is telling us, O son and daughter of Adam, Yabna Adam, meaning us, his creation. Note, he is not saying, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. He is saying, O son and daughter of Adam, Yabna Adam. What is he saying? Innaka ma da'awtani wa rajawtani. If you were to beseech me, O son and daughter, if you were to call me, ask me, then what? Well, we'll get to the then in a second. Similarly, in Surah Baqarah, after Allah talks about Ramadan, and we all know the importance of Ramadan, everybody knows the value of Ramadan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right after the verses of Ramadan, He says this beautiful verse. All verses are beautiful, but this beautiful ayah that should just touch us. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وإذا سألك عبادي أني. Let's just stop here for 1 second. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, similar to what we heard in the hadith, He says, O Muhammad, if the son and daughter of Adam come to you, if my abd, my servants, my worshippers come to you asking about me, then what? You see, the miracle of the Quran, we always quote all these scientific, events that are happening and how the Prophet ﷺ said something 1400 years ago and now it was realized by science. But really, humbly speaking, and I say this humbly because I don't know the Arabic language, not even as much as we could really know, and many scholars can't even know. But the real miracle of the Quran is the balagh of the Arabic language and how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to choose these next few words that I'm about to say. Why does Allah choose this word? Just the miracle alone is in the ayah itself. And to give an example, let's go to a parable. Imagine you have a very important meeting with, let's say, your boss's boss's boss. Let's say the president of the company. Whether you work for the company, you're a business, or if you're a student, you have to meet some very important person. Famous basketball star. Something. You finally get this opportunity to meet with somebody. After asking, how do you make the appointment? Is it usually go through somebody, isn't it? You call the secretary, the administrative assistant, whatever. You finally get to the appointment and they say, yes, on such and such date, come, we have an appointment. No problem. You come 1 hour early because you don't want to be late. You say, make sure that this appointment is on. I hope this guy didn't cancel the appointment with me. Finally, you make the appointment, you get there, and of course, when you get there, you're not at the person's office or there. There's a barrier. You're going to be through secretary, administrative assistant, someone that says, okay, let me check. They go inside and check, and they come back to you with maybe 2 or 3 responses. And the first response they probably tell you is, have a seat. He'll be with you shortly. You're like, okay, now you're nervous. Man, when is this guy going to come out? I hope he better not cancel on me. Or they come back with you with a better response. Come inside with me. They're ready to see you, or he's ready to see you, or she's ready to see you. You're like, great, finally, I've been waiting, I get to say this, I want to present this, I have good ideas about the company, whatever the reason may be. Or maybe you get this beautiful response. Instead of the person who went to go look for the person you need to meet come back, the one that you want to meet comes back to you himself or herself and says, hey, Muhammad, hey, Fatima, I have been waiting for you too. Come follow me inside. Which of these 3 responses means more to you? I don't know about you, but for me, when the person came, he didn't even send his assistant back to me. He came himself, this person, he or she. Let's say he for the sake of the language of English, we're grammatically correct. Then he says, come, grabs you, gives you a high five, hugs you. Come, I've been waiting for you. And then he tells the secretary or assistant, cancel all my appointments for the rest of the day. I am busy with a very important person. How does this make you feel? You know if you're going to meet the CEO of a company, he's got a lot of things to do. He's got a lot of people to see. He is obviously the president. Well, my dear brothers and sisters, the president of the presidents, the king of the kings says, وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي أَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةِ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ. The president of the presidents, the king of the king, the one who created you and I, the one who controls every CEO and president and is their boss, says to you, O Muhammad, when they ask thee about me, you don't tell them